Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call to order the June 13th, 2024 regular meeting of the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Monica, can we have roll call, please?
President Gibson?
Here.
Vice President Ruffing?
Here.
Commissioner Ansier?
Here.
Commissioner Jacks?
Here.
Commissioner Janner?
Here.
Commissioner Riswald?
Here.
Thanks, Monica. Are there any matters from the public?
There are not.
Okay, thank you.
Am I good? Move to accept the comprehensive annual financial report.
Give a second.
Second. I'll second.
And President Gibson, we have Lindsay Fish here with Sickage to provide a brief overview of the audit. Yeah.
You. Hopefully this one works. Okay. My name is Lindsay Fish. I am a principal at Sickage. I've been involved with the district's audit the last several years. On behalf of Sickage, just thank you to the president and members of the Board of Commissioners for inviting us to present to you the results of our audit for the year ended December 31st, 2023. As a result of our audit, we issued a few separate reports. My comments tonight are going to focus on your annual comprehensive financial report. That's going to be the largest of the reports that were issued. I'll give a few page numbers as I go through the report if you'd like to follow along as well. So your annual comprehensive financial report has three sections. It has introductory, financial, and statistical sections. So the financial section, this meets the requirements of an audit under Illinois compiled statutes. The introductory and statistical section is what makes this a comprehensive annual financial report. It goes above and beyond the minimum reporting requirements in the spirit of full transparency and disclosure. So I'll start with introductory section. It's about 3 pages into the introductory section. Would just like to highlight that the district received an award for their 2022 annual comprehensive financial report. This is the GFOA Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. The district has received this award every year since 1991. This is considered to be the highest level of financial reporting and the most transparent in the local government industry. So congratulations on the receipt of that award. From there, I'm going to flip to the financial section. First page in the financial section is page number 1. It's on Sickage letterhead. This is our independent auditor's report. In order for us to give an opinion on the financial statements, we follow 2 sets of standards. The auditing standards come from the AICPA, and those standards tell us the type of procedures we perform when we conduct the audit. The second set of standards come from GASB, or the Governmental Accounting Standards Board. So GASB sets the rules for the financial statement presentation for local governments such as the district. Second paragraph down on that page number 1 includes our audit opinion. We've issued a unmodified or a clean audit opinion. This means that the financial statements present fairly in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles and they're free of material misstatement. This is the highest level of opinion we can provide. So again, congratulations to the district on the receipt of that unmodified opinion. From there, I'm going to flip to the management's discussion and analysis. It is about 4 pages after the opinion starts. It starts with page MD&A number 1. So I would love it if everyone is going to read your financial statements cover to cover, but as you've seen, it's a pretty thick document. So I would say if you're going to start somewhere, I would start by reading the management's discussion and analysis. It's a good high-level overview of the financial statements, kind of the executive summary of the report, if you will. The management's discussion and analysis is required by GASB, but it is, as it's titled, Management's Discussion and Analysis, it is prepared by management. What we do is we just review it for consistency with standards and with the financial statements. From there, I'm going to flip to page number 8 and 9. So this is your balance sheet for your governmental funds. This is on the modified accrual basis of accounting. The focus for the balance sheet, pages 8 and 9, is really your fund balance or your reserves. So we'd just like to highlight that the reserves that you have there are in accordance and consistent with the district's fund balance policy. Page number 11 and 12 is your statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balances for your governmental funds. So this shows the revenues and expenditures for the year. Just wanted to highlight this is the first full year of the capital projects fund being presented as its own separate fund, so you'll see that the first column on page number 12. And then just a couple more pages I'd like to highlight closer to the back of the report. This is on page number 43. This is your schedule of employer contributions for IMRF. Give me just a second to get there. So just wanted to highlight on page number 43 for your schedule of employer contributions, your employees contribute their required contribution, which is 4.5%. Rightmost column on that page shows the district's contribution rate, which was 6.14%. That contribution rate is determined based upon actuarial valuations that are performed on an annual basis. The district and every other unit of local government that participates in IMRF is required to make these contributions each month. So that's what makes it such a well-funded plan. Then if you flip forward 2 more pages to page 44 and 45, this is your schedule of changes in your IMRF net pension liability. Would just like to highlight top right corner of page 45, you'll see the funded percentage. So you're 95.59% funded as of December 31st, 2023. So very well positioned to be in your pension plan there. Overall, the audit went, very smooth. It went on time. The draft report was ready in March. The final report was ready in April. As we've done in prior years, we have to wait until IMRF issues their final audit report since we include their data within our report. So that's why we're here at this meeting today. And we'd just like to extend a thank you to the district staff, Sue and Jeremy. Very professional, great to work with. They make the audit, very smooth and easy to work with. So that concludes my presentation. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Great, thank you. Are there any questions from the board? No? This is very thorough. Thank you so much for coming this evening to present. Appreciate it. All right.
We already did the motion. So
Oh, yeah, do we?
Go into the roll call, or do we need to do the motion again?
That's a good point.
No.
Roll call?
You've already done it.
Okay, can we get a roll call to accept it? Yeah, to accept, please.
Vice President Ruffing?
Yes.
Commissioner Ancier? Yes. Commissioner Jacks?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Risvold?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes. All right, thank you. Next up, we have the bond parameters order.
Do you want me to make the motion first? Okay. Move to approve ordinance 1058, providing for the issue of not to exceed $6,950,000 general obligation limited tax refunding park bonds, Series 2024, for the purpose of refunding certain outstanding bonds of the district, providing for the levy of taxes to pay the principal and interest on said bonds, authorizing the execution of an escrow agreement in connection with said refunding, and authorizing the sale of said bonds to the purchaser thereof.
Can I get a second, please?
Second, Risvold.
Thanks. Are there any questions or comments about bond parameters? No? All right. Could I get a roll call, please?
Vice President Ruffing?
Yes.
Commissioner Ancier?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Risvold?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes. All right, we will move on to reports and updates. I'll start with Riverwalk. The Riverwalk Commission met yesterday. We talked about the proposed donor recognition policy for the Riverwalk 2031 plan, and in particular, how we would handle asset naming. That's going to be an ongoing discussion among various organizational staffs for the next couple months, and that'll be brought, I believe, back 2 months to the commission. We also discussed some recent vandalism along the Riverwalk, including larger issues of people putting items into the river, but also some other issues that staff described as nuisance instances, like bathrooms and stuff. So we just want to remind the public, to be respectful of the shared spaces, because that takes a lot of time for staff to clean up. This past weekend, a Girl Scout troop helped plant the Prairie Nature Garden, which is underway. If people go out there and take a look, I'm told some of the plants are starting to come through. Over the next couple of years, it will be more established as, the Park Meadow Prairie Nature. But that's an exciting new addition to the Riverwalk. And also, a generous donor through the Conservation Foundation recently donated 1,600 native plugs that will be planted along the riverbank over by Centennial Beach. So we're really excited and grateful for that donation. The next meeting will be July 10th at 7:30 a.m. at the Naperville Municipal Center. All right, next up we have Finance Committee.
No report.
Legislative Committee, which I believe there's no report. Parks and Rec Committee.
Parks and Rec Committee met this evening prior to tonight's meeting at 5:45. We discussed possible partnership with District 203 for some multi-use fields, as well as the DuPage River Trail Weber Road improvements, multi-governmental agreement. So really good examples of just kind of different governments here locally working together. Reports from planning, we talked about the Rust Pavilion lighting project, the tree donation, changes to some of the memorial items that will be coming down the line. Recreation gave us some great news that Park District's going to have a table at the Juneteenth celebration this Saturday, which is super dope. Fee assistance is up 22%, which is great. So we're seeing lots of increased use of our services here. Golf is golfing, as always. Some pump issues have been going on through the parks. President Gibson already talked about the donated plants and worked with the Girl Scout troops, so that was in my notes, but Sherry covered that, so excellent. And then some presentations at the Illinois state level for the Parks and Recreation conference in January with some of our staff would be happening as well. So the next meeting of the Park and Recreation Committee will be July 11th at 5:45 here at Fort Hill.
Thank you, Commissioner Hansier. Next up is the President's Report. I wanted to highlight for our community that since our last report, the district has received word that Moody's ratings renewed our AAA bond rating. It is a show of continued financial strength and stability of the Naperville Park District. And we've maintained that rating since 2008. So we are very grateful for staff for all their work on the financial reporting, the comprehensive financial report we just received this evening. Also, as everybody heard this evening, we got the GFOA Transparency Award. A lot of work goes into making sure our finances are well cared for and we're good stewards of the tax dollars. And we're grateful for all staff's work on that. I'd also like to mention Executive Director Wilson will be talking about several ways our community can engage with the Park District and help define the direction of Parks and Rec in Naperville for years to come. So I want to urge all members of our community to take that opportunity. We're always available over email, phone, very accessible both on the board and staff. But these are special open houses, surveys, and they're just great opportunities for people to get their voice heard. So I hope everybody takes advantage of those. Thank you. With that, I will hand it over to Executive Director Wilson.
Thank you, President Gibson. A few updates this evening. The Park District is offering 3 outdoor fitness programs for free this summer. Instructors from Fort Hill Fitness will lead group classes designed to strengthen mind and body. The first program, Morning Yoga, is Saturday, June 22nd at the 95th Street Community Plaza. Additional programs scheduled for later in the summer include Zumba Party in the park on Friday, July 12th at the 95th Street Community Plaza, and morning meditation on Saturday, August 24th at the Millennium Carillon at Rotary Hill. While these programs are free, advanced registration for each class is required. The Park District and City of Naperville will co-host the annual Naperville Community Fireworks Show. This free event, presented by Woody Buick GMC, will begin at 9:30 p.m. on Thursday, July 4th at the Frontier Sports Complex. Prior to the fireworks celebration, the Naperville Municipal Band will perform a free concert at 7:30 p.m. under the Wagner Pavilion at the 95th Street Community Plaza, located within Frontier Sports Complex. Additional information on the July 4th fireworks show is available on the Park District's website. The Park District will host its second scheduled public open house for Nike Sports Complex on Tuesday, June 18th from 4:30 to 6 p.m. This is a follow-up to the open house from May 22nd, where residents reviewed and discussed possible improvements to Nike Sports Complex. Community feedback will be used in developing a site master plan in preparation for an open space lands acquisition and development grant submission later this year. The event will be held under the Book Family Pavilion, located off Mill Street at Nike Sports Complex. And last, as the Park District's indoor recreation space needs assessment continues, Postcards from the University of Illinois have been sent to randomly selected Naperville households inviting residents to complete a survey on indoor recreation space. This is a statistically valid survey that will assist the district in developing a detailed plan for indoor recreation space. Households that received a postcard are asked to complete the survey at their earliest convenience, following the instructions found on the mailing. Residents who did not receive a postcard will have an opportunity to complete the survey via the Park District website later this summer. Additional information on our programs, events, and facilities, and other Naperville Park District news can be found online at napervilleparks.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Executive Director Wilson. Next up is the Treasurer's Report.
Move to approve the April 2024 Treasurer's Report.
Second.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Vice President Ruffing?
Yes.
Commissioner Risvold?
Yeah.
Commissioner Ansier? Yes. Commissioner Jacks?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes. Monica, would you please read the consent agenda?
Item 7.1, approve May 2024 disbursements in the amount of $1,472,351.14. 7.2, approve May 2024 disbursements made through the Bank of America Purchasing Card Program in the amount of $385,839.83. 7.3, approve May 2024 FinTech disbursements in the amount of $16,397.83. 7.4, approve May 2024 customer refunds in the amount of $1,105.64. 7.5, approve May 23rd, 2024 regular meeting minutes. 7.6, approve May 23rd, 2024 executive session closed meeting minutes. 7.7, approve district's 3-year financial plan 2024 through 2026. 7.8, award the contract for precast concrete panel caulking coating work at Fort Hill Activity Center to Tremco Inc. in the amount of $101,393.29. 7.9, award the contract for the Knock Park Field Number 5 renovation project to Wilkinson Excavating in the amount of $187,365, and to authorize staff to carry a further 5% contingency for a total authorized expenditure for the project in an amount not to exceed $196,733. 7.10, award the contract for the Arrowhead Park Playground renovation project to Innovation Landscape, Inc. in the amount of $98,516.45, and to authorize staff to carry a further 5% contingency for a total authorized expenditure for the project in an amount not to exceed $103,442.77. 7.11, award the contract for the Springfield Park Playground renovation project to Innovation Landscape, Inc. in the amount of $138,979.30, and to authorize staff to carry a further 5% contingency for a total authorized expenditure for the project in an amount not to exceed $145,928.27. 7.12, award the contract for the Winding Creek Park Playground renovation project to Innovation Landscape, Inc. in the amount of $142,115.95, and to authorize staff to carry a further 5% contingency for a total authorized expenditure for the project in an amount not to exceed $149,221.75. That is all.
Thank you, Monica. Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately? Hearing none.
Move to accept consent agenda items 7.1 through 7.12.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Ruffing?
Yes.
Commissioner Risvold?
Yes.
Commissioner Ansier?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes.
Move to approve consent agenda items 7.1 through 7.12.
Second that as well.
Yeah, it was John first. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, no unfinished business? Any discussion, new items? No? All right, then I will turn the meeting over to Executive Director Wilson to accept nominations for the office of President.
Thank you, President Gibson. At this time, I will now accept nominations for the office of President.
I would like to nominate Mary Gibson.
Second.
I will go ahead and move to close nominations for the office of president.
Second that too.
Is that a voice vote?
This is a voice vote.
Oh, vote. Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. When your name is called, please indicate your choice for the office of President. Monica, please call the roll.
Commissioner Ansier.
Mary Gibson.
Commissioner Gibson.
Mary Gibson.
Commissioner Jacks.
Mary Gibson.
Commissioner Janner.
Mary Gibson.
Commissioner Risvold.
Mary Gibson.
Commissioner Ruffing.
Mary Gibson.
Thank you. With 6 votes, Commissioner Gibson is elected President. Congratulations, President Gibson.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank you
turn the
all.
meeting back over to you.
Okay, thank you. I will now accept nominations for the office of Vice President. I'd like to nominate Leslie Ruffing.
Second.
All right. Being no other nominations, I'd like to accept a motion to close nominations for Vice President.
Motion to close.
Do we need a
I'll second.
Second by Jax. Voice vote, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. And I'd now like to call a roll vote for the office of Vice President. To nominate, to appoint, indicating choice for Vice President. Thank you.
Commissioner Ansier.
Leslie Ruffing.
Commissioner Gibson.
Leslie Ruffing.
Commissioner Jacks.
Leslie Ruffin.
Commissioner Janner.
Leslie Ruffing.
Commissioner Risvold.
Leslie Ruffing.
Commissioner Ruffing.
Leslie Ruffing.
All right. Congratulations. All right. Next, go ahead. Next, we'll have the appointment for the board treasurer.
All right. Move to appoint Sue Stanish as board treasurer.
Second.
Okay. Just a normal roll call for this one? Okay. Roll call, please.
Vice President Ruffing.
Yes.
Commissioner Risvold.
Yes.
Commissioner Ansier.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks.
Yes.
Commissioner Janner.
Yes.
President Gibson.
Yes. Next up, appointment for board secretary.
Move to appoint Monica Solamaha as board secretary.
Second.
I'll second.
Either one. Roll call, please.
Vice President Ruffing.
Yes.
Commissioner Risvold.
Yes.
Commissioner Ansier.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks.
Yes.
Commissioner Janner.
Yes.
President Gibson.
Yes. Congratulations. The next regular meeting of the Park Board of Commissioners will be June 27th, 2024, at 6:30 here at Fort Hill Activity Center. We do have executive session this evening.
Move to adjourn to executive session to discuss personnel per Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Ruffing.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks.
Yes.
Commissioner Janner.
Yes.
Commissioner Ansier.
Yes.
Commissioner Risvold.
Yes.
President Gibson.
Yes. Thank you all.
I know, it's awkward.